Hey guys. So I finally beat Enhanced Libra, and this is how I did it. A lot of people go after the summons. For this one, I did not go after the summons. Um, he just does summon so quickly that even in solo mode, duo mode, it's just too much, and a lot of people will focus so much on the summons and the buffs and yada yada that the boss never takes any damage. So what I did is I went after the boss most of the time, skipped the summons, ran away from the summons. In solo mode, the summons will not aggravate you as much. I kind of got a lucky run with mine, and they didn't come next to me much or really hit me around, which is excellent. And you just have to watch out for his attacks. Whenever he does that raised staff attack, you know he's going to come right after you. I find Iron Knight is the easiest character to use for this fight because you can do aerial damage. I was originally doing a holy bow, and I found like it wasn't doing as much damage as I liked. The nice thing about the poison bow or rot bow, I don't think there is a rot bow, which kind of sucks to be honest. But poison bow does damage over time, so he's taking all this damage while we're fighting him, and you also get the attack buff up from the relic. I believe it's the pest relic. It might be the enhanced pest relic. It gives you attack up with poison enemy. He's also weak to fire. It's holy, fire, and then poison. Freeze, I believe, is 252. So you want to go more poison route versus like frost. So he did a summon here. I kind of was trying to prioritize summon. I realized he had a shield and a jar cannon. Very fun time there. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. And just went after the boss. I did this 2 times, and I was able to finally get on my second solo time doing this boss. Those sigils he does, you really want to try to avoid them. I use my skill most of the time. If you have a relic that gives you an extra skill, or an extra skill cooldown, that'd probably be really great, but you know, it's once again, you have to kind of balance it. Do you want an attack buff or do you want an extra skill cooldown? Play the way you'd like. You can iframe some of his stuff. Most of the stuff I was just getting absolutely destroyed with, so yeah, iframe. I died there. That was a good one, but you know, one death, I will take that one death. Um, so, be careful with iframes. His skill's good. I only ulted when I knew that I could either, well, you want to balance it with iframes, right? So I prefer to use my my ultimate when I know I need it. Like if I know he's coming after me and it's gonna absolutely destroy me. That's when I'll use it to prioritize those iframes for him. Or if I know that I can't get away from him in time. Man, those sigils suck. Also, that cross he does, you always want to make sure you're in the cross and not on the edge of the cross. Because if you're on the edge, you can either lose a level or die. It's really, really, really not good to be on the edge of that. That sigil rotates. Gotta be kind of careful with that one. And those holy sigils do so much damage. You really do not want to be in them on the ground or the ones that he summons. You can roll attack that. You gotta prioritize the time though. I hate those slams. It's so frustrating to fight those when when he's doing that. So I see Jar Cannon over there with this stupid shield coming up close to me. Notice how none of them have really attacked me much though in solo mode. This is why I personally would recommend just ignoring them unless you know it's an easy one to get. They will buff you if you can kill them. But yeah, you know, is it worth killing them if they're not taking up too much time? If they're too tanky, leave them. Just leave them. He didn't summon a whole lot on this fight. He only summoned like 3 of them 3 times. So I just decided to leave them. And I think this one actually might have started attacking him. One of them started attacking him at one point, which helpful. But those buffs he stacks on them, yeah. After he stacks 2 to 3 time buffs, it's not even worth it to even try to try to fight them or get rid of them. There's that cross. Want to make sure you're in the triangle of it, not on the tip of that cross part, because if you are, you'll lose a level, or it'll do enough damage where it'll be a one-shot. Yeah, he got me really good with that spirit that last second there. It was frustrating. So here I'm kind of prioritizing my ult. I have 0 flasks. I know I have 2 more Winning Graces. I got really lucky. I was able to get 2 randomly from the world before I actually even bought one. And I bought a flask too to use, but you know, flasks are great. Some of the ones that you get in there are not great. Okay, there's one of the guys trying to hit me there with his shield. I finally got Madness procced, but I have a little bit of health. I have 2 Winning Graces. He's almost dead. This is the priority time to use your ult. He isn't messing with me much here, so I'm like, I'm going to keep hitting him. I'm going to keep hitting him. Get him a little bit lower. That Demon Preaches Madness right there, that buff is so important, guys. It's so important. You can madness the boss with that buff. You can madness the NPCs with that buff. That buff, when you see it, you want to 100% prioritize hitting the boss when you see that. Don't do anything else. Hit the boss. Madness him. He'll go into a frenzy, and he'll get stun locked into a like rage mode, and that is the perfect time to just lay down some damage. Well, guys, hopefully this helps you. I also want to add, guys, his buffs, the ones that he will kind of have his hand raised, he has a series of 7 buffs that he can do. And there's a bunch of different layouts as well of the different types of enemies and items that they can get. I will try to attach them to this video if I'm able to. Summoned the Condemned. Summons an NPC clone of someone on your team with a random deal applied. The deal supposedly also affects Libra. Apparently his summons are presets. Shrouds all allies. Makes teammates invisible. I will say, the Shrouds all allies one, you can still revive your teammates if they are down. And you can have them ping if you're on PlayStation. I know it's triangle and L2. So just like they're pinging an item in the game, they can ping where they are, which is extremely helpful. Especially if you guys are playing in mic. It is a little more difficult if you're playing with randoms. But if you are playing with other people, that's a good way to do it. You can still revive them through the Shroud as well. Just point, if you're Iron Eye, you can just point your ultimate at them. Ultimate for Iron Eye always revives for 2 bars. Revenant would also be so great for this because she revives at 3 bars, or Guardian. As long as you are exactly where they are, obviously it's best if they can come together. That can be super helpful. False Blessing, flash charges become infinite, but you lose a level. And I believe that also might be the one where he puts the rings around you, and if you heal, you'll lose a level. So if you see those golden rings around your character, do not heal. Do whatever you can. If you have teammates, if you're playing with teammates, you know, just tell them, hey, I might go down if your level's low, so they can, you know, come and get you. But do not heal as best as you can, because obviously you don't want to lose all those, you know, buffs that you got for your character with losing that level. Inescapable Eye, power of a demon without the boost. Not fully sure what that one is. That one might be for him, like power, he might get powered up. If I know more about that one, I will post it in the description as well. Preaches Madness. All attacks of yourself and NPCs cause madness buildup. This means you can apply it to Libra too. That is the best buff out of this boss. If you get Preaches of Madness, immediately start laying down damage on the boss. He can get frenzied, and he goes into a mode where he will stop summoning teammates. He will get kind of aggravated, so you just gotta be careful. Obviously, he will come after one of your teammates. or you. So when you see him, get frenzied, just get ready because he will be right after you. Right after he picks himself back up for a second. Incites a riot. More NPC summons, but they can attack each other as well as Libra. Sounds great. If you're playing in co-op, I would still kill the NPCs. It's great temporarily, but then when that buff goes, which is like, I don't know, maybe a minute long for each buff, I'd say, he will rebuff those summons. You want to take them out. If you're going to take out the summons, if you're going to do that, take them out then, okay? Because otherwise they will have all these buffs stacked, they'll get healed, it's just not worth it. You don't want to play that game. Offers a challenge, HP curse debuff. This also applies to Libra. If you do, have that on you, you can heal through that, because I did, at least in solo mode, I was able to heal through that. You will use the flask. So, and I think as well as once that debuff is gone, I believe your character does get some health back. So, just be aware of that. Also, if you beat one of the NPCs, if you kill them, you do get a temporary buff from them. It does not last long, unfortunately, so it's like, if you're in solo mode, it's almost better to just ignore the bosses, or the summons, and just go after the boss, or you will just be sitting there fighting all these summons infinitely, and it's just not worth it. It really isn't. Unless they are easy to take down, do not waste your time on the summons. I will do my best to try to attach these for you guys, but I just wanted to give you a little bit more information on these, and I'm sure that they're floating out there as well. I will try to attach them below. Hope you guys are able to beat him. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them below for me, and I will do my best to answer them. Good luck, guys!